Jai Hind. Israel versus Palestine. This is one of the most difficult stories that has existed in our lifetime. I mean, there are lots of fights that seems like they will never come to an end, like China versus Tibet. Israel versus Palestine is a 73-year-old beef that has stumped everybody. Now, a question arises here: what's happening in Jerusalem? Where religion is involved, the conflict is mostly about two groups of people who claim the same land. Israel armed forces fired upon Al-Aqsa Mosque of Jerusalem ahead of a march by Zionist nationalists who were commemorating Israel's capture of eastern half of city in 1967. On May 11, 2021, Israel armed forces fired upon Al-Aqsa Mosque, killing more than 300 Palestinians. In retaliation, Hamas, which is an Islamist militant group that runs Gaza, fired dozens of rockets that killed two Israelis. Israel, in response, launched an airstrike on Gaza, killing 26 Palestinians. So you can see what happening in image. Though Israel authorities had given permissions to Jerusalem Day March, but ahead of a march on May 10, Israel armed forces stormed the Al-Aqsa Mosque with rubber bullets, tear gas to evict Palestinians, who Israel said had camped with stones. Now, what's the ground reality? You can see the map here. This whole region is called Middle East. We can see this region is consists mainly of Arab countries like Jordan, Syria, etc. Now, the most important part is this Israel. And to know the location of Israel, we have to understand the location of Egypt also. So, the most important part is Gaza Strip. This Gaza Strip is governed and controlled by the Hamas, which is an Islamist group. Now, this West Bank is also important here. This West Bank is named after its location on the western side of Jordan River, and to the eastern side of this Jordan River, this Jordan country is present. Now, this Gaza Strip is important. I told you this Gaza Strip shares a long boundary with Israel and a short boundary with Egypt that you can see clearly in this image. Now, after the ground reality, we have to know what is ancient Israel. You must be seeing what is happening in Israel, and you must be thinking why this is happening. So to know about all these things, you have to understand the ancient Israel, right? So Israel, it is the only Jewish nation in the world, but it didn't officially exist until 1948. The question arises here, why, right? So to understand this, we have to look back a few thousand years. Both Jews and Muslims have strong religious and cultural ties to this region dating back about 4,000 years. To Abraham, considered the father of two religions. According to Old Testaments, God told Abraham and his people to settle in a land called Canaan, which is modern-day Israel. In 1000 BCE, King Saul established the Israel's monarchy, which continued under King David and his son Solomon, who built first Jewish temple in Jerusalem. This historical legacy became the point of Jewish claim to the land of Israel. The land would continue to be conquered and ruled by various groups, includes Ottoman Empire 1516, who called this land the Palestine. It is home to many sites considered sacred by Jews, Muslims, and Christians. During this transition, Jews were forced to flee the area, creates a dispersion of people from their homeland. Now, here is the site of Dome of Rock and Al-Aqsa Mosque. You can see clearly here Dome of Rock and Al-Aqsa Mosque and the Western Wall. So, old city of Jerusalem is divided into 4 quarters: Muslim quarters, Jewish quarters, Christian quarters, and Armenian quarters. This side is Jewish quarters, this side is Muslim quarters. You can see clearly here, this Dome of Rock and Al-Aqsa Mosque is between this Jewish side and between the Muslim side, between Muslim and Jewish side, right? So here, the most important part, this whole site, you can see it is a rectangular type site. So this rectangular site, is known as Temple Mount Complex. This whole rectangle in which Dome of Rock and Al-Aqsa Mosque is present is known as Temple Mount Complex. This western wall is just the outside of Temple Mount Complex, and it is the nearest site to the Temple Mount Complex. This Dome of Rock and Al-Aqsa Mosque lies between Muslim and Jewish quarters, and western wall lies in Jewish quarters. This is important. Dome of Rock and Al-Aqsa Mosque are situated inside the Temple Mount Complex. Prophet Muhammad, founder of Islam, ascended into heaven from the Dome of Rock. This Dome of Rock is Islam's third holiest shrine after Mecca and Medina. Both Jewish and Muslim claim to this Temple Mount complex. But the important part, Jews are restricted to enter this Temple Mount complex. So here comes the significance of this Western Wall. Western Wall is the closest wall to the holy foundation stone in Temple Mount complex. Now you can see clearly here, this is Temple Mount complex, and this is Dome of Rock, and this Western Wall is nearest site to this Temple Mount complex. Since you are restricted to enter Temple Mount, it makes Western Wall most sacred site of Jews where they can pray. Now we will talk about, we will go from Palestinian to Israel, how this formed. So in Europe, Jewish diaspora also faced oppression and persecution. So in 1880, many Jews started emigrating back to Promised Land in Ottoman-controlled Palestine. In 1914, there were more than 75,000 Jews in the area. After World War I, Great Britain took control of modern-day Israel, Palestine, and Jordan from the Ottoman Empire. In 1922, the League of Nations approved a British declaration that promised a national home for Jewish people in Palestine, but it would be more than 2 decades before that promise was fulfilled. In 1939, during World War II, the World War comes in between, and more than 6 million Jews were murdered. In 1947, after the war was over, UN decided to partition the Palestine into 2 countries, that is Jewish state of Israel and Arab state of Palestine. And Israel agreed to the partition, and borders were drawn from 2 states. But many Arab residents thought the partition is unfair and favored the Jewish people. So violence soon broke out. On May 14, 1948, the state of Israel was established. Almost immediately, the Arab League, a group of surrounding Arab countries, rejected the partition and attacked Israel. Israel fought back, and after 9 months of conflict, Israel armed forces occupied much of land designated to become the Arab state of Palestine. Egypt took control of Gaza Strip, and Jordan took control of West Bank. So this is a map after that war, after 1948 clash. This Egypt, you can see clearly here, this Gaza comes under Egypt, and this Jordan took control of West Bank. So this was the victory for Jewish people, and approximately 720,000 Arabs fled from their homes and take refuges in Gaza Strips and the West Bank. So then in 1964, Palestinian Liberation Organization formed to consolidate the power of many small Palestinian groups. In 1967, a 6-day war where Israel defeated the armies of Egypt, Syria, and Jordan and took control of territories of these countries. In 1987, following an incident with Israeli Defense Forces that left 4 Palestinian refugees dead, Palestinian militia led a uprising. After this, Israel and PLO created a timetable for peace called the Oslo Accords 1993. So this Oslo Accords was signed by Israel Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin and PLO negotiator Mohammed Abbas at White House under Bill Clinton, then US President, in 1993. Further peace talk in 2000 proved unsuccessful when agreement could not be reached on issues like status of Jerusalem, rights of refugees, and increased Jewish settlement in Palestinian lands. Later that year, Ariel Sharon, who would become Israel's PM, visited Temple Mount, home to Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem. You should remember that these Jewish people were not allowed to enter the Temple Mount. So what happened? This incident was taken by Palestinian and offensive and violent protests and riots and attacks broke out that lasted for 5 years from 2000 to 2005. This violence ended in 2006 when Israel's withdrew from Gaza. In 2006, a militant Sunni Islamist group, Hamas, won Palestinian legislative elections. Then Hamas and Israel continues to clash violently. In 2006, again, Hamas called for peace with Palestinian using 1967 borders, but it did not formally recognize Israel as a state. So Israel did not accept. Today, Palestinian continues to fight with Israel for statehood. Now, the most important part, what is the way forward between these 2 countries? So several countries has pushed for peace. Many suggested a two-state solution. What is two-state solution? Two countries should be there, Israel and Palestine, as UN tried to make in 1947. But Israel took almost all territory after wars. They have to give that area. This is how peace can be achieved. Now, second one, each party has to understand the legitimacy of each other's narrative. You can see you have gone through history of these two countries. You must know this is the land of both the groups, and both groups claim the way forward. So each party has to understand the legitimacy of each other's narrative. So this was all about Palestine and Israel. You should know a history, present situation, and what is the way forward. And thank you, and Jai Hind.